I am a full-time 24/7 caregiver. There's medication administration, there's the typical things of taking care of my family's needs as far as we call them activities of daily living, the bathing, the feeding, the doing all of those things. Besides running a house, which means the cooking, the washing, keeping gas in the car, buying new tires, getting a new roof, etc., etc. You do everything. Sometimes I've been pretty overwhelmed. I say I hit the brick wall, and for anyone who is a caregiver, I think that's a pretty true term. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, if something goes awry, I need to be able to pick up the phone and have immediate help.
As a family member, you really do feel the strain, and you feel the guilt. And you feel the guilt from the strain. You know that you're doing only what your family member would do for you, but it's a lot, 24/7.
The caregiver needs somebody to care for them as well. To know that somebody is in their corner that can say, hey, I can give you a half-hour break if you need to go walk around the block, and you can call, like I said, you can call Hospice Savannah anytime you want, and that's the greatest thing.
You already have that cushion around you that will help when you think you're strong enough, when you find out that you're really not strong enough to deal with the situation all by yourself, and that you already have built around you a group of people that will help you through the process.
It doesn't mean going to hospital that you are going to die, because if that were true, I wouldn't have called at this time, but I did call because I know how good they are.
It's such a relief just to know that you have somebody if you need them.
I wised up and decided that it would be very, very helpful to have a few other people on board, and instead of a few other people, I ended up with a team.
It sure did make it easier having that second family of Hospice Savannah, who were always willing to do whatever it takes to ease the burden, and they were always so interested not in just taking care of my mom, but in also taking care of my family, because we were all in it together.
Because it's your parents and you don't want to do anything wrong. So you're trying to do everything right, so you need somebody to help you.
I've had musicians come to the house, physical therapy, so many more things where we have the storyteller will come in and record the family's life. If you ask, if we have it, they'll see a way of getting it to you so that your family member can enjoy themselves and you can enjoy being with your family.
Once a month, patients have the opportunity to take a few days of respite and can go to Hospice House on Eisenhower Drive and can stay there for a few days just to catch a breath at least.
When she knew the hairdresser was going to come over to the house, she needed to get ready even for him. She was always very meticulous about going to the beauty shop, and it bothered her the way she was when she was, bedridden and not able to take care of herself the way she always had. So having somebody come out and attend to those, very basic, important needs was incredible. It made us feel like we were doing more, because all we were really doing was taking full advantage of the services that were offered by Hospice Savannah.
I think it just makes them feel good, that they look better. I think a lot of people, when they hear the word hospice, they think that they're right at the very end of life, instead of calling at the beginning when something's diagnosed, because there's so much that hospice can provide for you. Music therapy, massage, getting your hair done, sitters, anything that you need, they will do. It is the most rewarding thing I have ever done in my life. I just get so much back from giving such a little bit.
You give them something that they can really appreciate and hang on to. These pictures mean a lot. You freeze a moment in time, and after they're gone, their families have that to look at.
The CNAs do they're the ones that really do the hands-on work, the bathing, the dressing, the shaving, the doing all those kinds of things, and they are well trained, and I can't speak highly enough of them.
Your medications come right to your door. You don't have to worry about getting out. How am I going to get there to make sure I have a ride to get to the pharmacy? Everything is on time. Right when you call, you need something, you tell them, and it's delivered.
The quality that I was most impressed with from all of the volunteers, all of the staff, the doctors, nurses, was the grace that they showed and the dignity. My mother was an extremely dignified, proper person, fun-loving, loved to have a good time, but also, was old school, very dignified. And they were aware of that, and they treated her so graciously.
It strengthened me to know that I have help that don't mind helping me. And Hospice Savannah, they gave me what I prayed for. They gave me a peace of mind.
It was all about making the most of the quality of life that my mom had at the time.
I had always heard that hospice was the end of the journey, that's where you went the last few days.
Not at all. Hospice isn't about dying, that it's about the quality of life that we can give our loved one up until that point.
As the person tasked with taking care of the loved one, you feel like that should be your job, that should be your responsibility, because that person probably did so much for you over the course of your lifetime, and it is your responsibility. But your truest responsibility is to do the absolute most you can for this person that means so much to you. And to make that happen, you need the help of Hospice Savannah.
With Hospice Savannah, you can feel God present there at all times, and it take away the fear.